Today we're going to learn how to replace a flasher module on a 95 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. This repair only applies to the 93 to 96 Fleetwoods because, well, it's the only car I have. I don't know how any other GM car comes apart and if the flasher module's in the same spot. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you ever come across one of these flasher modules, you better snap it up because these are getting very, very hard to find. You cannot find them anywhere online. If you try to look online, they have aftermarket ones that are either round and they only have 2 pins coming out the bottom. This thing has 3 pins. One is the positive and negative, but I don't know what the third one does. I think it's related to the factory alarm system on the car. So if somebody walks up to the car, smashes the window and unlocks the door and opens the door, the lights in the front flash, and I think that's what that's for. I could be mistaken, I don't know, but what I do know is that it has to have 3 pins and not 2, because I heard people say that they've put a 2-pin one in and their flasher still didn't work. Now, that being said, the only place you can get these is from the auto wreckers, or you can have it rebuilt, but I don't know who could rebuild these. So the flasher module for the Cadillac Fleetwood is 10, 22, 48, 68. It's almost like a lottery number. If the bottom number is slightly different from the one that was in your car, doesn't matter. It will work just the same. To begin, you need to disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. And you need a 8mm attachment. Always disconnect your battery before you do any work to your car, because you could fry something else. Okay, just put that like that. And now I'm going to show you how to remove the old one, and then we're going to install the new one. To get the flasher module out, the bottom half of the kick panel, or I guess it's called a hush plate, comes off. You need a 7mm socket to get that off. For those of you who don't know how to get this hush panel off, it's very simple. On the bottom here, this plastic piece that I'm wiggling, anywhere that you see a screw, like a screw hole, you need to undo all of them. And then once you do that, this drops down like that, and then you just pull the panel down from the bottom and then slide it out towards you like that. This is what it looks like underneath here. The flasher module is actually located right there, and you can just reach your hand up inside, push up on it. Takes a little finessing, but it does come out. There. And then you just push the wires off. Just an FYI, there is no plastic clips or any tabs that you gotta squeeze. It just pulls right off. Oh, it's a little difficult. There it is. That's the flasher module. 3 pins. Alright, so it's the next day. I got the part. I want to say thank you very much to Zachary. I'm not going to say his last name because of privacy reasons, but I want to say thank you to him for the flasher module from his Cadillac Fleetwood that was unfortunately rear-ended. But this part's going to a good cause to keep this car on the road. So this is the wire right here. Those 3 silver pins, you need to make sure that the 3 pins on the relay, these 3 pins right here, you need to make sure that they go in exactly in the same orientation. Like that. I just basically reached my other hand in from behind there. Now, just squeeze it in place like that. And then we clip it to the side here It's important that you clip it to the side because this metal rail here is basically the soundboard, so that way you can hear the turn signal clicking. Without it, you wouldn't really hear it. Perfect. It's beautiful. It's a little quiet, but not bad. The only issue that I've noticed, whenever you turn the parking lights on, or if it becomes nighttime and the parking lights automatically come on, the signals are flashing faster. So watch what happens. I'm going to pull that out. So the little orange marker lights are on, and the back brake lights are illuminated. When I turn the signal on, it's acting like there's a bulb burned out. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Yeah, it's flashing faster. Turn that off. It's fine, but when I turn it on, that's unusual. I've never seen it behave like that before. Either way, the bulbs are nice and bright, so there isn't a problem. It's just, I guess that's how the turn signals work now. See? They're working. Yeah. I don't quite understand why they're flashing rapidly, but all the bulbs are fine, and the relay is plugged in correctly, so I don't know. Thank you so much, Zach, for pulling this part out for me, so that way it saved me a trip to get it. I can't thank you enough. This is totally awesome. So I'm going to say this now just in case this shows up in the comments. I know people probably will say, did you clean the contacts on the relay itself, or did you clean the contacts on the wiring harness? And the answer is yes, I did. A lot of stuff doesn't get shown on camera, and normally that's what I would do anyway, just to make sure that I don't have to tear back into it again, and just make sure that I've done it properly. I guess there must be a significant difference between the 93, 94 Cadillac Fleetwood turn signals versus the 95 and 96. I don't know. It could be possible, but I don't know. I'm glad that it works, though. I don't care if the turn signals flash a bit faster with the parking lights on. It really, I could give two shits less about that. I'm just glad that I'm able to drive my car again, and everything's working fine. Thanks for watching this video. I hope if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe if you want to. Alright, so what you're looking at is the flasher relay, or flasher module from the Cadillac Fleetwood. To get it apart, it's very simple. You just pull up on this tab, and then you pull up on that tab, and it just pops out. Something got really hot inside here, and I don't know if you can see that, but there's little bits of metal in here. So something popped. I don't know what it was. Oh, actually, now I know. That little ring there used to be attached to that little lever there. That little paddle there, that's where this little ring was attached to. And that's a contact ring. Without it, this will never work properly. Well, now we know what's wrong with it.